let's take a look at this back and forth that's going on between John Brennan and Donald Trump over the last weekend. Now, the New American pointed out on Saturday that Donald Trump, and we didn't talk about this too much because there's so much else that was happening in the press conference that happened on Wednesday, but he pointed out that he had essentially done a sting operation on the intelligence services to show that it was they who were leaking this information. Of course, we had the press conference, and later on the press conference, they point out, he said, I'll tell you what does happen. I have many meetings with intelligence, and every time I meet, people are reading about it. Somebody is leaking it out. And then they say he went on to explain that he considered the possibility that leaks could be coming from his office, and he said, well, I thought maybe it's my office because I have a lot of people. Maybe it's them. So Donald Trump hatched a plan to ferret out the link. And this is what he said in the press conference. He said, and what I did is I said, I won't tell anybody. I'm going to have a meeting, and I won't tell anybody about my meeting with intelligence. And what happened was I had my meeting. Nobody knew, not even Rona, my executive assistant for years. She didn't know. I didn't tell her. Nobody knew. The meeting, we had the meeting. The meeting was over. They left, and he said the only people who knew about the meeting were myself and the intelligence community, but word got out immediately that I'd had a meeting. You see, Donald Trump is not an idiot. He knows how to do his own. It's like, I got a leak. I'm going to just compartmentalize this information and then see if it gets out. And it did get out. And that's one of the reasons why he said, you know, hey, these guys are acting like Nazis. They put out this fake information on me. We have these meetings. I don't tell anybody but them. And then they leak stuff about the meeting. And then we have John Brennan coming back and saying, well, I take great umbrage that he would compare us to the Nazis. Maybe what he should have done is compared them to the Soviet Union and the East German Stasi, because that's what the former head of the NSA, William Binney, did, and he's exactly right. As I was just reporting, Donald Trump pointed out in the press conference, and there was so much other stuff that was going on in the press conference, it wasn't noticed a great deal, but he said, hey, I knew that this information was being leaked, so I set up a little, actually it was a sting, if you want, and he compartmentalized this information, and he only told these intelligence guys about it. And he said immediately after the meeting, nobody else knew about it, none of my staff. He goes, this leaked out to the press. And that is the basis of that. And, of course, the idea that this thing is absolutely disgusting and false, this dirty dossier. He thanked Bob Woodward as he blasted the intelligence community over this dossier. He said, thank you to Bob Woodward, who said that is a garbage document. It never should have been presented. Trump is right to be upset and angry about it. He said, this is an article from The Hill. They say earlier on Fox News Sunday, Bob Woodward from Watergate called the dossier a garbage document, and I said they never should have used it. He also said intelligence officials who are terrific and have done a great work make a mistake here. And when people make mistakes, they should apologize. But see, they're not apologizing. They're doubling down. We got John Brennan coming out and saying, Donald Trump is outrageous. How dare him compare us to Nazis? And I pointed out, well, William Binney has compared what the NSA is doing and the intelligence communities in terms of spying on the American people illegally, unconstitutionally. He has compared it to what he observed for years as a head technical person for the NSA. He said, this is exactly what I saw happening by the Stasi in East Germany and in the Soviet Union. This is what I fought against. I don't want to see this happen in America. And, of course, a lot of people have, how many times has Donald Trump been called a Nazi by everybody from Glenn Beck to Rachel Maddow? But when he says this, they take umbrage at it, according to the CIA Director John Brennan. And listen to the condescending tone that John Brennan has. He says, I think Donald Trump needs to be mindful that he does not have full appreciation and understanding of what the implications are of going down that road. Well, you know what? He understands exactly what you're doing, John Brennan. That's one of the reasons why he set up his own sting operation. And then after you did this and after you pushed back on this, Donald Trump tweeted out to his 20 million Twitter followers, well, was the CIA boss the leaker of fake news? He isn't going to back down. You guys need to understand that. That's why there's so much concern about what the deep state, what the globalists will do, either at the inauguration or shortly after.
Infowars has more than 15 YouTube channels and about 3 million subscribers. Our main channel has 1.854 or 1,854,000 plus subscribers. Now, They've been gaming the system for a long time to shut down nationalistic or patriotic media, saying we're right-wingers, saying we're extremists. Well, it doesn't matter who we are. We have a right to free speech, don't we? As long as we don't violate the rules. Well, now Zuckerberg has come out and said he's going to restrict conservative news like communist China does, calling it fake news. And Google, that owns YouTube, has announced, and they've done it now 2 weeks ago, that they're going to basically make you click the bell in your notifications. We're going to show you how to do that, or you won't get all the channels that you've subscribed to, and you won't get the videos. Now, why are they doing this? It's more than just censoring. They want you to see the videos that they feed you below and beside the videos you're looking at that are corporately sponsored so they make more money. They're taking the you out of YouTube. So we're in this information war, and it's more important than ever that you promote the videos, that you like the videos, and that you send them on to others. Because the answer to the attempt to shut us down and restrict free speech that's openly now happening is for us to redouble our efforts. We're winning the culture war as true classical liberals that made this country great. We're restoring the Renaissance. So again, if you want to get our videos, so you can make your decision whether you want to see them or not. After all, that's why you subscribed. YouTube's had this since they started 12 years ago or whatever it was. And they're fundamentally changing it so you don't get it. Ladies and gentlemen, this is promoting fake news and trash news and establishment news. It's killing real independent news. But we the people, by taking action, can break the back of this system. So please, click on the bell so you get the notifications and so you get in your feed the videos and channels you've subscribed to. I'm Alex Jones for Infowars.com.